Now, shall we talk Northern Powerhouse? Do you remember that? Well, this week, business leaders and politicians have been discussing how to strengthen the North's economy to bring jobs and more prosperity to areas like where we live. Now, Robb, a Darlington businessman and chairman of the Institute of Directors for the North East, gave a speech at the conference and he joins us on the line this morning. Good morning, Graham.
Morning, Amy. Morning, Neil.
Morning. Now, first of all, what did you tell the Northern Powerhouse conference?
Well, actually, I was unashamedly Tees Valley. I took the opportunity to talk about how the Northern Powerhouse isn't just about Manchester, and that when you look at the North East, there are good opportunities for investment. And I talked about how the Tees Valley is punching above its weight, and also has the new South Tees Development Corporation coming about properly when we elect an elected mayor after May. So there's real opportunities for growth and investment here, and we should be part of the Northern Powerhouse fully. That's basically what my message to the conference.
Now, what did you think the impact of that was? Did you come away thinking, right, yeah, they know we're on the map, they know we're here, and did you get a feeling that they were going to make sure that we were included in everything?
Well, I did, actually, because Tees Valley got quite a big shout. The Mayor of Middlesbrough, Dave Budd, was on the main stage. The Chief Executive of PD Ports was given an award because, of course, the port is one of our big logistical advantages, and it's been extremely well run. And people were interested in our approach, particularly when we were talking about the reaction of Tees Valley to the SSI closure, which I was doing, and pointing out that although we suffered a terrible economic shock, it had given us the chance to regroup and look at how devolution could be used to shape our reaction to the shock. And, you know, I've got personal experience meeting a lot of people in positions of authority in Tees Valley, and they are working very closely together. There's a really cohesive approach to dealing with that. And the plan that the LEP has published, the Local Enterprise Partnership has published, is widely respected. And I was also pointing out, by the way, that Tees Valley is getting embroiled in a lot of the Northern Powerhouse planning in transport for the North, the big organisation that will be funding infrastructure. Tees Valley is on the board of that. And even Manchester Airport, which my own firm does some work for in their development, is taking a big stand at the conference in Cannes for international property investment, and had invited, at no cost to Tees Valley, Tees Valley to be on its panel. So there is a sense of coming together in the Northern Powerhouse now.
Graham, some people will know you as a big Conservative supporter anyway. Do you have any criticism at all, or is it all good in the world?
Well, yeah, I do have some criticism, but I not necessarily of the way people are trying to work together.
What is that criticism?
When the government changed after the Brexit issue, Theresa May put the Northern Powerhouse on hold for a few months, and a little bit of the impetus was lost. But I'm happy to say that is now back in place. I actually wrote to Theresa May to tell her that I wasn't very happy and it needed to be put back on track, and it now is. And also not very happy on the other side of the coin with the way in which the local authorities to the north of Tees Valley haven't got their act together, and we've only got one devolution deal that's happened in the northeast rather than two, and we could have had two. So it hasn't gone entirely smoothly, but what I saw this week felt to me that it was back on track. But more important to me than the party politics, and it really is more important than the party politics, is that Tees Valley was presenting a cohesive and credible message to the rest of the Northern Powerhouse, and that comes from Labour politicians.
But you understand that, of course, people want to,
well.
When it comes to this, people want to see tangible results. They want to see new jobs to the area, and we've yet to witness that, have we?
Well, you are right. They obviously want and need to see and deserve to see tangible results. And there are results coming through that are maybe not as evident because they're smaller. For instance, the number of new businesses being created in Tees Valley is going very well. And even after the SSI closure, the number of new businesses created as a result of that was well over 250, and that's a good start. But we're talking about, in Tees Valley, a very healthy private sector, privately owned business sector, and that's really crucial. It's not necessarily headline-grabbing news, but if every little business that's created in Tees Valley then goes on to create one or two jobs, you're going to start to see genuine and lasting economic revival.
And Graham, just finally, we did speak to a comedian earlier on in the week that was campaigning outside and protesting outside of the conference because she thinks that there's not enough women represented as part of the Northern Powerhouse. What's your take on that?
I very much agreed with her. In fact, I had my photograph taken with her and tweeted it because I had a speaking slot which was shared with the Institute Director's regional director in Yorkshire, a very capable woman. In the North East, we have very capable women in positions of leadership and authority, and the organisers of that conference quite rightly apologised for the lack of inclusion of women. And in fact, it's just been announced when my term of office at the Institute Directors comes to an end in a couple of weeks, after 3 years, a fantastic woman business leader, Joanna Berry from Durham University Business School, will become the new chairman of the Institute Directors in the North East. So I think it's a credible and important message, and we have to look at gender balance in business and in leadership around the region.
Graham, thank you very much for your time this morning. That's Graham Robb, Darlington businessman and chair of the Institute of Directors here in the North East.